し、やってやるぜ。よろしく。
めんどいことになったな。
こうなったら楽しみましょう。私を信じるさで。
Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm taking a look at Mamoru-kun Norowarete Shimatta for the Xbox 360. It was developed by G-Rev, which is a developer that has produced a ton of arcade games, including Border Down, and it was released to Japanese arcades only in 2008 and later to the 360 in 2009. A special PS3 exclusive edition was released in 2011, and it was also made available on PSN worldwide in 2013 and earlier this year on PlayStation Now, so there are a hell of a lot of ways to play this one. The title translates to Mamoru-kun is cursed, and basically it's about a little boy, the game's namesake, being hit by a car and dying, which is always a great jumping off point for any video game, especially one as cutesy looking as this one. He wakes up in a strange place surrounded by a number of other kids who are all accompanied by little spirits, and one of those kids, a girl named Fururu, informs him that this is indeed the underworld, and unfortunately it's being invaded by sinister forces. So of course Mamoru-kun needs to band together with his new friends to repel these attacks. Again, it's very cut and dry. A kid that looks like a Precious Moments figurine is hit by a car and sent to the underworld. Along with Yokai Dochuki, this is the second game I've reviewed about a little kid fighting his way through hell. I wonder if this is a trend I can keep going. On the surface, this is yet another shoot 'em up on the 360, but where it sets itself apart is in the ability to freely run around the screen and change the direction of your shot as you move along. So in that regard, it actually has something in common with the Pocky and Rocky series. One key difference though is that holding down the fire button locks you in the direction you're currently facing, so you can play this one more or less like a straight top-down shooter if you really want to. But the free running aspect makes Mamoru-kun just that much more fun. You have 5 characters to choose from with 2 more to unlock, and each has a significantly different shot type. They're all really fun to play as, but my personal favorite is Beniko. I think she's the best overall. Each character also has the ability to curse themselves or enemies, curse meaning power up in this game. You can drop a curse field in front of you that powers you up when you walk into it, but powers you down after it wears off. Or you can fire a powerful curse shot at enemies that does a ton of damage, but be forewarned that if you don't kill your enemy with the shot, it'll create a field around them and then they get a power boost. So either way, there's a reward and penalty for using your curse ability, and using it wisely can mean big points and dead bosses. There are 2 primary modes to choose from, the original arcade mode and the story mode. In the arcade mode, you can choose from any of the levels you've already completed and play them in whatever order you like. In this mode, you only choose one character, and that character has a limited number of hearts representing their health, and health power-ups can be found in each level. In the story mode, however, you have to use all 5 of the central characters. You choose their order, and when a character is hit once, they're dead and move to the back of the pack, and picking up a health power-up brings back one of your downed characters. I like this difference in the 2 modes. On the one hand, you have the arcade mode that lets you play however you want, and on the other hand, the story mode gets you familiar with all of the game's characters. Also, there's a nice gallery mode included, which is always appreciated, especially in a game with designs as nice as this one. You get plenty of production art and illustrations to check out, and overall, not a ton of gameplay modes, but it's not worth complaining about because the gameplay itself is so good. The graphics and sound design are also fantastic. Like I said, a lot of the character designs have a super cute, precious moments look, which you may or may not like, but in general the graphics are very nice and super colorful, and each character has a very distinctive look, as do all of the stages. The music is very upbeat and fun, and there are 2 renditions of the soundtrack included, the original arcade soundtrack and an arranged version, and they both sound great. On the whole, some really great presentation here. So, this is a very enjoyable game which I highly recommend, especially to shooter fans. Prices for physical copies tend to fluctuate online and can usually be quite high. And on top of that, the 360 version is not region free, so it would probably be necessary to pick up the more expensive but region free PS3 version. I would personally recommend saving a bit of money and going for the version available on PSN. If you're a shooter fan looking for something a little different that can offer you a decent challenge, then check out Mamoru-kun Norowarete Shimatta. It's awesome.